You said, there's a lot of great things about California, but raising a family is not easy here.
Guys, the head of In-N-Out Burger is moving out of California, and the reasons why might actually stun you guys.
Building an office in Franklin, so I'm actually moving out there. And
wow, how do you feel about that? You're like a California girl through, through, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really loved living in Northern California, and I'm so thankful that I grew up there because I think it changed a lot of who I am today. You know, I think I would be different if I was raised in Southern California. But there, like you said, there's a lot of great things about California, but raising a family is not easy here. Doing business is not easy here. Now, the bulk of our stores are still going to be here in California, but it will be wonderful having an office out there, growing out there.
Totally.
And being able to have the family and other people's families out there. And so in that, it's two-part. We'll have everybody under one roof here in Baldwin Park, and we'll close our...
All right, guys, you're watching On Air with Nick Driver podcast here on YouTube. Please like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and you'll be notified of all my upcoming video releases. Guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I thought this was a pretty interesting topic, and the idea of the president of In-N-Out Burger is actually moving to Tennessee because they are expanding to Tennessee. And it says here they have plans to open multiple restaurants and a regional headquarters in Franklin, near Nashville, Tennessee. So that'd be pretty interesting to see how that actually unfolds. It says, while the company is not moving its headquarters out of California, it is establishing a new office in Tennessee to manage its Eastern U.S. operations, according to the Tennessean. In-N-Out CEO Lynsi Snyder is also relocating her family to Tennessee. You know, one of the takeaways for this for me was the idea of she's actually moving out of California because of how bad it has actually gotten to actually raise a family there, because of probably how expensive it actually is. And, you know, it's expensive here in North Carolina, so it has to be super expensive to live in California at this point in time. It's crazy. You know, they have a basically a Democrat ran state over there in California, and it just feels, you know, watching all the news articles come out daily and just watching everything that's going on under Gavin Newsom, it's really crazy that people can even afford to actually live there, you know. But I will say, I'm actually glad they're moving out to the East Coast. And then that way, next time I'm touring, I don't know how fast they're planning on getting this going, but it'll be cool for me to get some In-N-Out Burger without having going all the way to California, man. So I don't know. I think it's pretty cool, man. It brings something new to the East Coast. I live in North Carolina, so we'll see how that goes. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about this story. And let's read this next article real quick. Let's check this out. All right, guys, moving on to this article here. This is from the Tennessean. It says, In-N-Out Burger to close down Orange County headquarters by 2029 amid Tennessee expansion. The key points here, In-N-Out Burger is closing its Irvine, California headquarters after 30 years. The company is consolidating its West Coast offices into one location in Baldwin Park, California. In-N-Out is opening a new headquarters in Franklin, Tennessee to manage its Eastern U.S. operations. And In-N-Out plans to open 35 restaurants in Tennessee in the coming years. That is amazing, man. I can't say that I blame her for actually moving out to this area since they're expanding and actually bringing her family. You know, it's just pretty crazy how expensive everything is in California at this moment in time. And I actually have some information here I'd like to share with you guys. You know how expensive it actually is to live in California right now. Yeah, guys, so I wanted to share this right here with you as well. You know, this got me going down a rabbit hole in my mind here, and I looked up the cost of living in California, and it says approximately 142, meaning California is 42% more expensive than the U.S. average. That is insanity. You know, that is crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy. Housing is about 202% higher than the U.S. average. So you have a billionaire that basically is like, this is costing too much. And she's moving out of Tennessee to raise her family. Absolutely insanity, guys. Insanity. It says here rent range for studios in California is $1,600. That's a studio apartment. 1 bedroom is $1,740. 2 bedroom $2,060, and a 3 bedroom $2,300. 4 bedroom $2,790 a month. You know, that's pretty crazy. I know that in Raleigh, North Carolina, that's not that far off when it comes to rent range. However, the housing market is insane. 202% higher than the U.S. average. Absolutely insane. What? I don't know how anybody lives there, man. I don't know how anybody lives there. The utilities is pretty close to what we have out here. It's a little bit higher. I'm looking at it here. It says the average electricity is roughly $145. So that's pretty close to North Carolina prices. And, you know, groceries and all that stuff. You know, everything's more expensive in California, man. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I can't say I blame Lynsi for moving out here. I think moving out to the East Coast is going to be a lot cheaper, and she'll get more bang for her buck. And you know what, guys? The most important part is I get some In-N-Out burger, man. You guys have a blessed day. Take care. One love. Y'all leave me some love in the comments, man. Don't forget to ring that notification bell, guys. Peace out.